English, Tamil, Sanskrit, which is translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles, and who's released over 20 million copies of books and articles, which is sold, read, and downloaded, and has delivered over 10,000 hours of discourses and enriched over 1 billion lives digitally, which is translated as a commentator of all the sacred scriptures like the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, the Shiva Sutras, the Brahma Sutras, the Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gita, and the Jain Sutras. The Supreme Pontiff is honored as the leader of Hinduism, the most 20 million copies of books internationally recognized Hindu leader. He is the reviver of 108 ancient Hindu sampradayas, including the Rudrakanyas, the Rudras, the Rishis, the Rishikas, Bhairavas, Bhairavis, and Sannyasis. Establisher of the largest Hindu university, Kailasa's Nityananda Hindu University in the world, with satellite campuses in 150 countries. Establisher of 1,000 and plus Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems, who is the founder and reviver of over 100 Sarvagnipitas and the collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm leaf scriptures, and over 20 million digital books. Yes. So with that, we will be entering into the demonstration of the extraordinary powers of third eye, and joining with us would be the Nityananda Yogis and Balasans of Nityananda order, who would be describing in detail about these powers of what Paramashiva has revealed, their experience of this power manifestation, and would be doing a live demonstration for each one of you to understand the science of enlightenment, which is just manifesting as powers through these Balasans just by the initiation of the incarnation, the avatar of Paramashiva. So let us now get ready and witness the extraordinary power demonstration of powers of the third eye by the Balasans after a short break.
What I mean by the word E-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is E-Kailasa. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. and setting model communities. Kailasas, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Peethas all over the world. All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. It's a fundamental truth.
Yes. Welcome back. We'll now be entering into the introduction to the manifestation of the extraordinary Shaktis of third eye. So the Balasans of the Nityananda Yogis, the initiated disciples, will be joining and demonstrating the various powers of third eye and sharing with us all their experiences, results of the extraordinary manifestation of the divine powers which are awakened in us through the Diksha. So in today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, all of us will be receiving the initiation into third eye awakening and various other powers with the blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And we will be manifesting these two powers, the power of third eye, which is seeing with your eyes blindfolded and seeing and scanning your body. So now let us understand what are Shaktis. So in Veda Agamas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary powers. And these are described as a system, a method and science for human beings, which to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. So Shaktis, they manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are divine and you need to manifest divine. And not that you are a man and you need to reach the divine. So Shaktis, they express from the space of enlightenment as a side effect of feeling connection with the divine and high integrity with the Guru. And they are the source of enlightenment, whereas Siddhis are the powers that manifest from either tapas or penance for enlightenment. And they are manifested when you are on the path of enlightenment. So Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through the ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after initiation from the avatar, and they are permanent, whereas Siddhis are not permanent and they may divert you from enlightenment, etc. So who is the source of these powers? Paramashiva, the primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self-effulgent, all-pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality. So as the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakritya, the 5 cosmic acts of Shrishti, which is creation, Sthiti, which is sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, which is rejuvenation, Throbhava, which is pulling out of delusion, and Anugraha, that is liberating grace for all the living entities. So now joining with us, we have Manitya Jayashananda and Vijayashananda, Nityananda Yogis, who will be continuing with the manifestation of the extraordinary Shaktis of third eye. Nityananda Ma.
Nityananda, thank you for that very, very beautiful introduction. And like Mahatma Priya Swami just introduced, we had seen who Paramashiva is. Now we are going to be seeing who the living avatar of Paramashiva is. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhana, His Divine Holiness Nityananda Paramashiva, or also called short form as SPH, as the 1008th living incarnation and representative of Paramashiva and the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation, the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. Ever since the beginning of the civilization, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been the cradle of enlightened beings and highly advanced sciences. It was where the science of enlightenment and powers was lived and taught as a lifestyle. For the first time in modern day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving these yogic sciences and transmitting it to the world at a never accomplished before record-breaking speed. So with this, we will be moving on to how exactly these powers have been transmitting from lineage in the exact same, from generation to generation, from guru to guru, and how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the first one to be able to open it up to the entire world, to be able to manifest these beautiful powers. The knowledge and sciences of manifesting these Shaktis are passed down from one generation to the next through Diksha or initiation by the enlightened gurus. The supreme point of Hinduism, being recognized as an incarnation at a very young age, was trained and taught these sciences to revive the initiation and knowledge repositories for billions to manifest science of power manifestation from disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra and Sri Vidya, Yoga and Yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Advaita and Bhakti Yoga, Paramashiva Jnana and Paramashiva Vijnana. So now, I'm sure all of you will be curious on how we can manifest these divine Shaktis in all of us. So we are going to be watching a short intro on how exactly we can manifest these Shaktis in us and how you can go ahead and manifest this power for the betterment of the entire world. Understand? Yes. So how do the powers manifest in us? Understand how all the disciples, the partisans of the supreme point of Hinduism, manifest these powers are from the cognitions, from the powerful cognitions that Bhagavan gives us. And it's not just initiation is one of the contributing factors, but understand the powerful cognitions, the beliefs, and the trust you hold on the Guru is what will actually make you manifest the Shaktis, right? So one of the powerful cognitions to manifest the Shakti, so core cognition is every ultimate truth, jnana, mapped into your consciousness, prajna, manifests as possibility and power of every being, prajnana. So with this, we'll be watching
Diksha is the direct transfer of...
On what exactly is Diksha? I'm sure we've used this word before in the intro. So we'll be watching what this initiation of Diksha really means and what it really does to us.
Spiritual energy by
Dikshito bhavet. The one who is not initiated does not attain liberation nor a better future. So by all efforts, one should get initiated by Guru. What is the science of initiation? Neuroscience has proved that the process of initiation floods the brain with energy. This is the superconscious energy of Kundalini, our own highest inner potential energy. As the Kundalini flows from the thalamus to the cortex, it sets up a powerful energy loop within the brain, which awakens the latent non-mechanical parts which we have never used before. With increasing levels of coherence, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, transform our lives, bliss and fulfillment. Initiation creates high awareness, visualization, creativity. It also slows the aging process and improves the immune system. Kundalini awakening, healing experience, levitation, teleportation, materialization. Experience the power of initiation through a range of exclusive programs conducted at the ashram. Nityananda Dhyanapeetham.
So we watched an introduction on what exactly Diksha initiation is and how it flows within each one of us with just one either touch, word, or even a look of the avatar. Yes, so the first is the Shastra Pramanas. These so with that, you understood how easy it is to awaken the Kundalini energy within us and how we can manifest these Shaktis with just one initiation from the avatar. Now, we will be authenticating this entire science of power manifestation with the four pramanas, the four evidences of this manifestation happening before from our scriptures or in the life of a rishi or the life of our very own the Supreme Part of Hinduism or ourselves, right? The next is the Apta Pramana, the experiences of various sages, rishis, munis, who have actually read these Shastra Pramanas and gotten results out of these Shastra Pramanas in the form of power manifestation. So they are time tested and have verified these sciences that the Parameshwara himself have revealed. The first is the Shastra Pramana, the eternal, unchangeable truths revealed in the source scriptures. The scriptures and the truth revealed by Parameshwara himself, and these words taken into account by various rishis and sages and have come in the form of Apta Pramanas. And understand these Apta Pramanas are time tested and verified, the science of power manifestation. So we'll be moving on to the next slide. The next is the Atma Pramana, which is the personal account of the Supreme Part of Hinduism and his own very experience of the manifestation of powers happening in the avatar's life. And finally is the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observations and scientific experimentations. With a lot of experiments that have been conducted on the power manifestation on the people who have been manifesting these powers, and you will be seeing the results of which. Now we'll be moving on to what exactly are Veda Agamas. Understand the Shastra Pramana is taken from the Vedas or the Agamas or the Veda Agamas. The Vedas are the ultimate superior authority for Hindus. Vedas are pure science where the ultimate truths are explained. Agamas are the scriptures where the applied technology, the applied science is expanded. Vedas and Agamas, the Veda Agamas are given the status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Parameshwara. They are the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truths. A reference cited from these Shastras or source scriptures is called the Shastra Pramana. Now, let us get ready to witness a very exciting demonstration of the power of third eye. Now, we'll be looking more into the third eye and the Pramanas relating to third eye. So, we'll be starting off with the Shastra Pramana. The scriptural reference for this power of third eye is, yes, Kapalantarmanonyasa Tishtanmilitalochanaha Kramena Manasodhadyat Lakshaye Lakshamuttamam. And the translation goes, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind in inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal, Lakshyam, by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place attaining the space of oneness with source, Parameshwara. The next is the Apta Pramana, where Krishna himself initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye to receive the Vishwarupa of Krishna himself. And it goes, Natu mam shakyase drishtum Anainaiva swachakshushaha divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyame yogamaishwaram. And Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you divine third eye. Behold my cosmic opulence. In the Hindu Purana, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye to behold Krishna's Vishwarupa Darshan, the vision of his cosmic form. The 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which contains a description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form, is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through the third eye. With this, we'll be moving on to the Atma Pramana, and we'll be hearing from the Supreme Point of Hinduism himself on his personal experience of when his third eye awakened completely.
Inside and outside broke. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree, 10 direction, below me, everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience. I felt that the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. The setting sun, rising moon, the whole Arunachala hill, all the plants, bush, shrubs, trees, everything, everything, everything. Just became so alive. The idea, something is inside.
The next is the Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific evidence from the observation and from the scientific experimentations. Here you can see a photograph of Swamiji, he's actually getting done the positron emission tomography, where it reads the brain's activity. And after they had done this particular experiment, the results showed when doing daily activities, high activity is measured in the brain where third eye is located. And when in deep samadhi state, only third eye region is active and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is at peace. So this is the Pratyaksha Pramana for the God of third eye. We'll be moving on to the Sakshi Pramana, which is the experiments and results of the extraordinary manifestations happening through the initiated disciples of the Supreme Point of Hinduism. And you will be witnessing this very shortly because we have the Balasins ready to demonstrate this power for us. And you will be the Sakshi Pramana, and you will see the manifestation happening through you just after the end of this program. So this rare sacred science of third eye awakening is being made available to humanity for their ultimate enrichment and conscious evolution by the Supreme Point of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Parameshwar. As a living incarnation of Parameshwar, the Supreme Point of Hinduism embodies the most profound yogic states that surpass all bounds of time, space, and matter. The Supreme Point of Hinduism is gifting this pure, great science of third eye awakening, along with many other spiritual sciences through initiation, which is Diksha, and millions of people have been initiated by the Supreme Point of Hinduism and are experiencing this profound results as an extraordinary power in their everyday life. And understand by the end of today's program, you will be manifesting the power of blindfold reading and scanning the thought currents, and you will understand that life will be completely different from now on because you will be seeing life with an entire different perspective. Now, let us witness the live Sakshi Pramana, which is about to happen. We have Mahanitya Yoga Pranananda as well as Mahanitya Vrijananda, who are waiting eagerly to demonstrate the power of blindfold reading. Meanwhile, we request all the viewers to go ahead and post your comments on Kailasa's SPH Nityananda YouTube channel. Go ahead and you can write what you want. You can go ahead and post emojis. And Mahavirja is going to be doing a live reading of the comments that are going to be pouring in on Kailasa's SPH Nityananda YouTube channel. So if for all the viewers who are watching us on any platform, on every platform, please go on to YouTube right now and have this power manifestation happen to you. Because when you go ahead and post a question or a comment, you will understand the authenticity of this power. And I'm sure all of you will be completely excited and manifesting this power after you see it happen. And another thing that I would like to share before we get on with this extraordinary manifestation of the third eye power, understand when we are there, right in front of Devi, we mirror her neurons, her cognitions, her powers, her characteristics, her Akshaya Guna. We mirror just Devi. So that's why Bhava Samadhi Darshans was such rare, it was so common in Hinduism, and over the heavy persecution that happened on Hinduism, that particular science was lost. Swamiji is beautifully reviving it back by giving us so many back-to-back Bhava Samadhi Darshans, Krishna, Devi, Venkateshwara, Parameshwara, Nataraja. He's given so many Bhava Samadhi Darshans, and understand who all witnessed, whoever witnessed these Bhava Samadhi Darshans, understand you have their component. There is one part of you related to Nataraja, Krishna, Devi, and they are actually right now in you as initiations, and that is what will help you manifest all these 463 plus beautiful powers of Parameshwara himself. So now we'll be moving to a short break before the extraordinary demonstration of the third eye. So yes. Yes, so we have the Balasins, Ma Nitya Yoga Prananda and Ma Virja, who are eagerly waiting to demonstrate this power for us. And before we move on, we're going to be entering into a short break. Yes, so we have Ma Yoga Prana and Ma Virja with us here today. Nityananda Ma, would you like to please go ahead with the demonstration of the powers?
Yes. Thank you so much, Maniti Jeshananda and Maniti Vijayeshananda, for that beautiful introduction of third eye. So now we'll be witnessing this power right in front of your eyes. All of you will be witnessing how this power is manifested.
We apologize for the technical glitch. We'll be back with all of you in within a few moments. So we request all of you again to go ahead to the YouTube channel of Kailasa SPH Nityananda. Get your friends and families, get everyone to witness this power manifestation happen. So the mirroring of neurons can happen. And by the end of this program, you yourself will be manifesting this power, and you will have that feeling of having that super conscious breakthrough to be able to manifest these powers. So please take this time to go ahead, call your friends, share this video, and you can have everyone attending. We have many more powers to come. Meanwhile, while we get our technical issues fixed, we can share a small experience on witnessing these third eye blindfold readings happen. I'm sure all of you will be shocked because when I first saw this power manifest, I was beyond mind blown because it was completely foolproof. They had an eye band that was time test, literally tested, and it was scientifically tested, sorry, and there was no source of light entering because I had placed the eye band on myself before putting it on the Balas and post manifesting, and just so easily she was able to read everything on dot. And even when I took the eye band off and I went to a distance, she was finding it hard to read with the two physical eyes. But once you put on the blindfold, it was much more easier because no matter how far you went, she was just continuing to read. And I think that was the time when everything in me broke about this power manifestation. What I perceived as it to be only something that superheroes in movies could have it as a power. I never ever thought that it could be somebody as ordinary as me will be able to manifest these amazing powers. See, but that's the whole thing, right? Swamiji beautifully says in the satsang that I'm not here to prove that I am God, but I'm here to prove that you are God. Because we are carrying such low self-image about ourselves after the persecution has happened on Hinduism particularly. Because we have gone through enough and people hurting us and so many things happened personally to Hindus. We started getting so used to this low self-image and we are holding on to it so dearly. And hence we have forgotten what a powerful and rich lifestyle we all led at one point of time. So Swamiji is just beautifully revealing all of that in satsang. That's why we are not able to resonate with him firsthand. We're like, we cannot manifest his powers. You're an avatar, so you can. But no, Swamiji says that no, he's just initiating us, more like helping us remember who we truly are, helping us understand our true potential, and it's not just us being in the mere human frequency, but we are elevated to a higher divine frequency. Hence, we live a powerful life. Swamiji beautifully said that in Hinduism, all the people who practice Hinduism lived a very self-sufficient and rich life. Power manifestation was so easy. Right now, we think that we cannot manifest powers, and the only ones who can manifest are the comic characters and the movie actors. Yes, only those people can manifest. But no, Swamiji has broken that whole thing, debunked it by initiating all of us into the power of third eye, and we're able to manifest these powers effortlessly by just connecting with Swamiji. And yes, we'll be moving on to the next segment, and that is the extraordinary power manifestation of third eye. And before that, we'll be entering into a short break, and then we'll continue. Yes. Sorry for the technical glitch. Now we'll be moving on forward. Due to the interest of time, we'll be moving on to the next power. We can see a lot of people are requesting for body scans on the YouTube. So we'll be manifesting the power of body scanning. And before that, we like to present the pramanas for the power of body scanning. And in the meantime, I request all of you who have joined us in this platform for the power manifestation segment to go ahead and type down if you want a body scanning, because we'll be manifesting the power of body scanning. So with that, yes, the power of body scanning. In this power of body scanning, One awakens to the ability to scan illnesses, diseases, medically diagnosed issues, and provide solutions to the awakened paralyzed. And now we'll be moving on to the Shastra Pramana, the scriptural reference to manifest the power of body scanning, and this is directly revealed by Parameshwara himself. And it goes, Svadehe jagato bapi sukshma sukshma tarani cha tatvani yani nilayam dhyantvante vyadyate para. And the translation goes, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principles of the whole body, Svadeha, or of the whole universe, simultaneously consist of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause, Parameshwara. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi, Adi Shakti, is revealed, and the supreme power of body scanning manifestation happens. The next is the Apta Pramana, the life of a Siddha. It is the experience that this Siddha had by manifesting the power of body scanning. So Terayar was a Siddha and one of the prominent disciples of Agatya. One day, a man suffering from severe headache comes to Agatya for healing. Agatya uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause of the headache. He reveals that there is a small terai, a type of frog, sitting in the person's brain. Agatya immediately instructs Terayar, his disciple, to perform an open head surgery and remove the frog. After the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of the headache. Thus, he gained the name Terayar. So beautiful. Here itself, you can see how this Siddha just completely went only for the power manifestation. And yes, so we'll be moving forward due to interest of time. Now we'll be looking at the Atma Pramana, which is a personal account from the life of the Supreme Point of Hinduism. On the 22nd December 2019, the Supreme Point of Hinduism revealed, paraphrasing, how he had used the power of body scanning. Paraphrasing his words, only when I had a multiple compound hand fracture, I was forced to go for surgery, and therefore the medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs. It was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body conditioning. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. Through body scanning, I found out what the problems, imbalances had happened and where the balances has to be done. I used allopathy as my second opinion to verify my findings. And understand, when you can manifest the power of body scanning, the first person you go to find out any bodily problem you have is yourself. You just close your eyes, connect with Parameshwara, and you'll be able to manifest this power. You'll be able to get a complete diagnostic report from the third eye saying what is happening and where the loophole is and what needs to be done. And the best thing about the third eye is it not only gives you the problem, but also gives you the solution to the problem, find the root cause of that problem. The next is the Sakshi Pramana, the experiences and results from the extraordinary manifestation that happens to the initiated disciples of the Supreme Point of Hinduism. Here you can see a few comments where they have successfully manifested the power of body scanning. And understand, if anybody here wants to manifest the power of body scanning, join the Parameshwara Level 2 program and understand this program is tailored for manifesting, for completing, and this has been tailored into a 16-day program where they reveal all the sciences and the teachings revealed by the Supreme Point of Hinduism to realize that you are divine. And one of the addition to this program is the power manifestation sessions and how you can manifest these beautiful powers. So anybody who is interested can go ahead and sign up for this program. And with this, we have the Nityananda Yogis and the Balasins ready to demonstrate this power. We see a lot of requests on the Kailasa SPS Nityananda YouTube channel. So go ahead and keep on posting your requests with asking for a body scan. And if you want a body scan for a person who is your friend or a family member, make sure you get their permission beforehand. this is for our integrity, so we get permission to scan their body. And also go ahead and make sure that if you're under an alias name on YouTube, please mention your legal name, as it is a requirement for the authenticity of this power from your side also. So with this being said, we would like to move on to a short break before we manifest the power of body scan.
Yes. Thank you so much, Maniti Jeshananda and Maniti Vijayeshananda, for the beautiful introduction to the power of body scanning. That was very beautiful. So now all of you will be witnessing this power of body scanning live in front of your eyes. Along with me, I have Maniti Brahmayogananda, Ma Soni, Maniti Mahavidyananda, and myself, who will be manifesting this extraordinary power of body scanning in front of all of your eyes right now, live. So I request all of you to start posting your comments in the Kailasa's SPH Nityananda YouTube channel. All of you can post your comments and requests for body scanning. You can also call your family members and friends for this extraordinary power, to witness this extraordinary power. You can also request body scanning for your family and friends, but please do get their permission, as it is a requirement, and as it is our integrity to get the permission of the person before scanning their body. So I request all of you to start posting your comments. The Balasins and the Nityananda Yogis are eagerly waiting to manifest this power for all of you today. Yes, all of you can post your comments and request for a body scanning. And Paramashiva himself will scan through the third eye and reveal what is the problem in your body and what solution can have, what solution you can use, and for you to be completely healed out of this problem. You can get a very tailored answer just for yourself, tailored solution just for you to be able to completely heal yourself from any problems you're facing or any problems you're going through. So I request all of you to continue posting your comments. Nityanandam Shanti Rajmanikama. If you would like a body scanning, you can post a message in the chat and we'll be doing the body scanning. Anybody else who wants a body scanning, please request and we'll definitely be doing a body scanning for all of you. Okay, so till then, let me explain how the power of body scanning works. So any problem you have, any problem you're facing, cough, cold, anything, you'll go to the doctor and the doctor will diagnose you with the problem. Okay, you have fever, you have this disease, whatever. The doctor will diagnose you with the problem and give you a solution. But the one thing which the doctor can do is tell the root cause of the problem, why the problem started in your body. Why is it there in the first place? That is the one thing which the doctor cannot tell. Because our body is so mysterious that even a small stomach pain or head pain or any disease we have in our body can be related to something in our past life, or something in some incompletion from our childhood, or some cognition of ours, or some incompletion of us. Our body is so mysterious that any incompletion, any root patterns, anything which you are holding on to will also manifest as body problems. And of course, the doctor will not know that. The difference between a body scanning and going to a doctor is this. The body scanning, when a Balasant or the Nityananda Yogi does a body scanning for you, Paramashiva reveals what is the root cause of the problem, why the problem started in your body, whether it is an incompletion, root pattern you're holding on to from childhood, or anything, whatever it may be. Paramashiva will reveal the root cause of the problem. Or it might even be a simple cognition, but that will cause a whole problem. So Paramashiva will reveal that and reveal a solution for you to heal that cognition, that incompletion, that root pattern, or it can even be a body problem, that body problem of yours. So every time, any person, it is never the same for two people. It is always different, and it is a very tailored answer for each person. Each person gets a separate and a specific answer for them, because that is what Paramashiva has revealed for them. So this is the speciality of the power of body scanning. Shilpa Shri TN has posted, Nityanandam, scan my body, ma, I am online. Yes, thank you so much for posting. So, Ma Brahmayanga, you can do the body scanning for Ma Shilpa Shri. Shanti Rajmanikam has posted, Nityanandam, ma, my man Shashitaran Bhaskaran is having skin irritation very frequently. Please help to scan him, ma. I got his permission. Thank you. Yes. So, Ma Soni, you can do the body scanning for Ma Shanti Rajmanikam's son, Shashitaran Bhaskaran Ayya. You can do the body scanning. Okay. Gauri Tangavel has posted, please scan for my leg pain and heal. So, Ma Mahavidya, you can do the body scanning for Gauri Tangavel. Yes, then you can go ahead.
Nityanandam, I did the body scanning for Shanti Rajmanikam, Ma's son. Ma Parameshwar revealed that your son is having skin irritation because he's not having healthy food like vegetables, green vegetables. So Parameshwar revealed that make him eat veggies and put neem paste on his skin. He will be completely healed in 1 week, ma.
Yes, it is beautiful, a very beautiful solution. So, Ma Shanti Rajmanikam, I request you to get back.
So I'm done with the body scanning for Shilpa Shri TN, and Ma Shilpa Shri, Parameshwar revealed to me that you're having muscle cramps in your stomach and you're having a lot of food which is not digested, a lot of stored food, like at least for the past day or two, all the food is still stored in your stomach. So for your muscle cramps, every day in the morning you should start doing yoga, especially you should start doing like exercises which stretch your whole muscle area, like back bending, and like all the stretches you should start doing. And also for your for the undigested food in your stomach, you have to take 1 mouth of castor oil every day after yoga, and immediately after that you should have 1 more mouth of neem leaves, around 5 to 6 neem leaves you should chew immediately after having castor oil. And this will work, and in about a week's time all your stomach will become all right and all the food will start digesting.
Okay.
So Gauri Tangavelaya, this is a body scan for you. Your request was to scan for your leg pain and heal it. Ayya, Paramashiva is really showing that first the cause of the leg pain is a muscle cramp. What has happened is a couple of days ago you were carrying like a box and trying to put it on the loft of your apartment. You were just standing on a stool, so the right leg has pulled, and that's what's causing the pain. Paramashiva is also showing the way to heal it. You have to do 2 things. One, take your right hand and hold it, like place the palm area where exactly you're feeling pain. hold it and chant the Mahavakya for a few times. So this is like completely giving attention and healing and spiritual healing your leg. So think of Swamiji, remember him in your Ananda Gandha, hold that part that is hurting, chant the Mahavakya and heal that. And then also another thing that Swamiji is showing is you need to stretch that muscle now. So what you need to do is a specific asana. So you just stretch your legs out and as just how we are sitting, but have your legs stretched out and then bend towards your toes. As you do that, the portion of your muscle which needs to heal will stretch a little bit. For a second, it may feel like it's paining, but it will actually heal it. It'll just stretch it and align it. So this will immediately heal your pain and pull.
Yes, that was a beautiful solution. And as all of you saw, when Ma Mahavidya did the scanning, she was even able to see the incident of why how the muscle pull happened. She was able to see that Aya was putting a box on top. She was able to even see the incident of how this is happening. So that is the speciality of the third eye. The third eye can reveal in so much of detail, even to the incident of how it happened, where it happened, when it happened, so much. So Ma Sumi Murali has posted, please scan my father. He's serious, Ma. My brother is scared how to handle. He doesn't have insurance worry in US and he is alone. Couldn't bring to India. So yes, Ma, Sumi Murali, Ma, we will definitely be doing a body scanning for your father. You have also gotten back telling you have gotten the permission. So Ma Mahavidya, you can do the body scanning for Sumi Murali's father. Shanti Rajmanikam has posted, Nityanandama, my daughter-in-law, Pavitra Padmanathan, is having hypothyroid problem. Please help to scan her. Thank you, Ma. And she has also gotten back telling she got her daughter-in-law's permission. Okay, so Ma Brahma Yoga, you can do the body scanning for Ma Pavitra. Ma Shilpashri has gotten back telling, great, thank you, Ma. Yes, Ma, just follow the solution which Paramashiva has revealed. You will be completely healed. And Ma Shilpashri, I would like you also to get back and share whether you were able to relate with the scanning. So whether you were able to relate and yes, and Ma Shanti also, I request you to get back and share whether you were able to relate with the scanning.
Yes, I'm done with the body scanning for Ma Shanti Rajamanikam's daughter-in-law, Pavitra. So, Ma Paramashiva revealed that for your daughter-in-law's hypothyroid problem, every day she should do the Prathama Vijnasa Krama and she should start at sharp 4 o'clock, which is the Brahma Muhurta time. And after that, and also she should do the Nirahara Samyama, which is being only on liquids. And even though she's only on liquids, she should try to avoid all liquids as much as possible except water. She can have other liquids, but she should try to avoid it as much as possible. And otherwise, she should do the Nirahara Samyama and the Prathama Vijnasa Krama, which is the 108 asana sequence, the Nityanda Yoga, every day at sharp 4 o'clock. And if she does this, you'll see that in about a month's time, she'll be completely healed from hypothyroid.
Yes, that was a beautiful scanning for Ma Shanti Rajmanikam's daughter-in-law, Ma Pavitra. So I request you to get back, Ma Shanti, Ma Shilpashri. I request all of you to get back and share whether you were able to relate with the scanning and whatever Paramashiva has revealed about your body. Yes.
So, Ma Sumi Murali, just do a body scan for your father, Ma, and Swamiji is showing that basically your father is having prostate cancer and he's undergoing treatment, and also Swamiji is revealing that healing has started. One other thing is, please continue. You can tell your brother to please continue the doctor's treatment. That diagnostics that the doctor is giving right now for your father to undergo surgery has to continue. And please tell your father, I think this was revealed in a previous scan also, that please tell your father to continuously meditate on Swamiji's Paramashiva form and Ajapa Japa.
Yes.
the Mahavakya. So Om Nityananda Paramashiva.
Yes, so this is a scanning from our Sumi Murali's father. Yes, yes, ma. So I request you also to get back and just surrender to Paramashiva, ma. Surrender to Swamiji. Swamiji will completely take care of your father. I can see that from past few days, continuously you've been really worried about your father's condition. Just relax and surrender to Paramashiva. He is there and he will take care of your father completely, ma. And next time Devi Parashakti comes live, you can post a request to Devi Parashakti and Devi Parashakti will directly heal your father. He will be completely healed, ma. Don't even have a second thought, he will be completely healed. So just surrender all your worries, fear at your at Swamiji's feet and continue to support your father. He will be completely healed, ma. Yes, and Ma Shanti Rajamanikam has gotten back telling, thank you so much, Ma. We'll definitely follow Paramashiva's path. Shilpa Shri Ma has gotten back telling, 3 days before I wasn't digested properly. I took castor oil but have to take neem leaves. Instead of neem leaves, I'm taking neem powder with water. And please check why my body weight is more altogether. I eat less and pure vegetarian. Yes, Ma Shilpa Shri, we'll surely be doing the body scanning, but right now, due to the interest of time, we have to conclude this power manifestation session. But surely you can join back tomorrow. You can join back every day at 2 a.m. IST and 4 p.m. IST, and you can get the body scanning, and you can even call your family members and friends for this body scanning being done by the Balasants and the Nityananda Yogis. With this, we would like to conclude this power manifestation segment. We thank all of you for joining us in this segment, and please do join back. Please join back with your family and friends next time so they can also witness this power and get a body scanning. Please stay tuned for the upcoming segments. Thank you, Nityananda.
Nityananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, Nityananda, everyone. Welcome back. So we'll be moving on to the next segment of the program. Yes. So we'll be understanding more about PARASHAKTI and what are Akashic readings. So how the Divine Cosmic Mother is attending to each one of us just by her darshan, her grace. So let us now understand about the PARASHAKTI. So we will now be invoking PARASHAKTI by chanting the Lalita Sahasranama. Sorry for the technical glitch.
Nityananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nityananda Paramashivoham
Yes, Nityananda, welcome back. So we will now invoke PARASHAKTI by chanting the Dhyana Shloka from Lalita Sahasranama. Sinduraruna Vigraham Trinayana Manikya Mauli Spurat Taranayaka Shekaram Smitamuki Mapina Vakshoruham Panibhyam Alipurna Ratna Chasakam Raktotpalam Bibhratim Saumyam Ratna Gatastha Rakta Charanam Dhyayet Paramambikam.
Yes, and I'll now be chanting the English translation. The Divine Mother is to be meditated upon and as shining in vermilion, red body with triple eyes sporting a crown of rubies, studded with the crescent moon, a face all smiles, a splendid bust, one hand holding the jeweled cup, brimming with mead, and the other twirling a red lotus.
Yes, so we will now be moving on to the next sloka. Arunam karuna tarangitakshim dhrutapashankusha pushpabana chapam animadi biravrutam mayukai rahamityeva vibhavaye bhavanim.
And the English translation. I meditate on the great empress. She is red in color and her eyes are full of compassion. She holds the noose, the bow, the goad, the arrow, and the flowery arrow in her hands. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as anima for rays, and she is the self within me.
Yes. So Devi is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness. PARASHAKTI is the cosmic mother. It is her cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes comes out and goes in. The source where the Big Bang and black holes go on. And PARASHAKTI is the source Shakti, the source energy, the source power from which all of us came, in which all of us are even now, and in which all of us are going to merge.
And out of her extreme love and compassion, PARASHAKTI herself is manifesting through the embodied form as the Nijavatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself.
Yes. So in the words of PARASHAKTI herself, she has revealed, saying, raising as Omkara, expressing as Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Hrimkara, filled as Parashodasi, living in 40 triangles. The Kailasa Swamini, who is in Kailasa, Sri Pura Chintamani, Parashodasi, sitting as a part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari, who rules the world, Paramashakti, Manonmani, Meenakshi, as Nityananda, I took the Nijavatara here. to give good boon to everyone, to bestow all goodness. Hiranyagarbha Swarupini, Brahmanda Yoni, Shami, Chandramauli Rapala, Aparna, Uma Parvati, Savitri, Navayavana, Samraja Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodasi, Meenakshi. Taking the form of Nityananda, I came here as Nija Avatara. With great compassion, I am blessing pleasant people. To do good to all of you, I took the form of Nityananda and came down as Nija Avatara.
Raising in Omkara, blossoming as Shiva, Shiva manifesting as a source of existence, powers of existence, expression of existence. From the oneness of Om, blossoming into as Prakriti and Purusha, blossoming as three Shaktis, Icha, Kriya, Jnana Shakti, growing as the four Vedas, expanding as five Panchabhutas, beyond the six chakras, filled as the Gotras of the seven Rishis, expanding as the directions, as the 8 directions, existing as 9 grahas, blossoming as 10 indriyas, being as 11 rudras, creating all the worlds, bringing to life, to tell and make truth blossom, and to do good. Parashodasi, Meenakshi, in every form of Nityananda, I came to bless every one of you.
Yes. So how do we receive Devi Parashakti? Very traditionally. So literally when you're having the darshan of Paramashiva and Parashakti at that moment. So she's there in your screen. So always receive her very traditionally. So keep 2 betel leaf, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and 1 coin right in front of the screen. And that coin is the traditional dakshina. So in Hindu tradition, it can be of any lowest value. So it can be even 1 paise in Indian money, and it can be even 1 cent in US dollars.
And you can offer that to Devi. And after the darshan is over, do namaskaram and take the banana, eat the banana, betel leaf, and the betel nut. And you can take that as prasadam immediately. And then collect all the coins, and you can give and send it to the Los Angeles Nityanandeshwara Hindu Temple. And this betel leaf, the betel nut may all look really small, really trivial to you at this moment. But in a few days, you will see how much it adds to your sentiment. And you'll see, really, you'll understand that PARASHAKTI has manifested is really there in your screen. And you will not take Devi Darshan for granted. The rituals will break your monotonous, unconscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you and raise you to the powerful cognitions. It will break your unconscious behavior.
Yes, this is how we need to be setting up the tambulam with a plate with 2 betel leaves, 1 banana, betel nut, and a coin.
Yes, so now we'll be moving on to the next segment. How the Akashic records can make a breakthrough in your life. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is making available the Akashic records. So what are the Akashic records? How do they work? And how will they manifest breakthrough in your life? I'm sure for the last half an hour, for the last more than 1 hour of the program, you have been hearing continuously how the Akashic records will make you manifest anything that you want, make you manifest wealth, health, and you might not even be believing it. But we'd like to explain to you what are the Akashic records and how exactly the science makes this manifest, makes the breakthrough manifest in your life. So first of all, Akashic records are created in the dimension of space. Whatever has happened in the whole universe is recorded there as a file. And we must first understand the fundamental rule. Nothing can be destroyed. Please understand that all of your actions, your thoughts, plans, emotions, words, none of it can be destroyed. And the Akashic records are the cosmic archives and happening and will happen.
Yes. So Akashic records are the verbal, the visual, the 5-dimensional document, and whatever is happening is continuously getting recorded. So all the information you collected from all your births is in your DNA. You can access some of them just to understand and not to waste the time doing the same actions again and again.
Now, many of you might have gone outside or gone to different kinds of sources to get a prediction made, or you want your horoscope read. But please understand that the Akashic reading is not a prediction. It is a reading from the cosmic archives. There is no such thing as past, present, and future. Beyond space, creation and destruction happen simultaneously. In the dimension of time starts past, present, and future. But in the Akashic records, there is no past, no present, and no future. That is why what you call as happened, happening, and yet to happen are already clearly recorded.
Yes. So in Swamiji's own words, nobody has a right to comment on these readings. Nobody has a right to manipulate these readings. Nobody has a right to interpret on these readings because they are complete and to themselves. For anybody to live in tune with the cosmos, the Jivan Mukti, living enlightenment, it does not read any special practice other than listening to these great readings again and again. So when you listen to these great readings, naturally, your negative logic is penetrated, it is broken, and these great roots, they settle in your inner space and they make you live enlightenment.
As avatar of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has graced humanity with the blessings and darshan in the form of Devi Parashakti, revealing answers to questions, to the yearning of seekers as solutions, breakthroughs, liberating humanity from pain and suffering. And any answer given by Devi Parashakti is not just an answer, but a karmic breakthrough for the receiver.
Yes, now we'll enter into the Shastra Pramana, scriptural reference to manifest the power of Akashic records from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Dharana 61, Sutra 84. Akasham Vimalam Pashyan Kritva Drishtim Nirantara Shabdhatma Tatchana Devi Bhairavam Vapuraknuyat.
Bhagavan Paramashiva says, looking at the spotless, infinite, etheric space, Akasha, beyond the sky and clouds, one should read once from one's third eye without blinking continuously and make the body and space motionless. In that very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and powers of infinite space, Bhairava.
Yes. Next is the Apta Pramana, the reference from the Hindu Purana Mahabharata, which narrates the story of a great sage Maitreya who reveals the secrets to Vidura, the story of his birth in the human form, and reasons for all his suffering. Sage Maitreya accessed the Akashic records and told Vidura that he was not an ordinary man, but in fact an incarnation of Yamaraja, the Lord of Death. So he had to play this part of so-called Sudra for 100 years because he was cursed by a Muni called Manduka Muni.
Now, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has beautifully described, revealed the reason why you would want to access the Akashic records. Now, understand that all of the information you've collected from all of your births is in your DNA. And everything from the time that you are an amoeba until after thousands of human births until today, you have all that information inside of your DNA, inside of you. Now, if you had something where you needed to break a pattern that you have been long struggling with, wouldn't you want to access your DNA and understand how you came to be about, how this pattern came to be about, and how you can break it? What is the source of it? If you just knew that, then everything could just be broken in an instant, and you can make sure that you have the breakthrough in your life. Just like that, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says that just to understand and not do the same actions again and again, we can access the DNA code and understand and ultimately break the binding cognitions that are stopping us from living the reality that we want to live, and break the default future, bringing an end to binding cognitions, known and unknown suffering, and helping you to experience enlightenment. Paramashivoham.
So as you have seen, the demonstration of the powers of third eye by the Balasans, So the initiated Balasins can view the Akashic records, but only an avatar can alter, can edit, can upgrade and change the Akashic records. So that is why during the darshan, the Supreme Pontiff literally upgrades the Akashic records as per our own prayers.
Now, the benefits and what you can get from the Akashic reading is absolutely innumerable and countless. And it's just immeasurable how the transformation will happen in you after you have the blessings and grace of Devi PARASHAKTI. But in summary, what you can ask and what you can receive from Devi PARASHAKTI is the most accurate and unbiased answer to any question about your life, destiny, purpose, or even any everyday part of your life. You can be spiritually healed of physical and emotional problems with just one look or a word. You can understand the reason behind your life's happenings, receive blessings to fulfill your right desires, and get the clarity to redesign your future.
Yes, now we'll be moving on to the next segment of this program.
Yes, so the offerings to Devi PARASHAKTI is the next segment. In these offerings, we really understand and deepen our connection to Devi PARASHAKTI, helping us manifest our ultimate reality. In Sanatana Hindu Dharma, this is a sacred science of rituals and sevas. You have to understand that our ancient rishis are much like how in the Western world, the engineers and the scientists are making forward advanced technology for the whole world. In the Vedic civilization, the rishis were our scientists for the research and development of the inner space and of the inner world, and how to manifest anything that you want just through the powers of consciousness. So in this science, in these rituals and sevas, exactly what you want to manifest in your life happens through the offerings of rituals and sevas and the blessing of complete completion from Devi PARASHAKTI. So before that, now that we have understood about the Akashic reading, we'll understand how we can ask our questions. I'm sure many of you are wondering, now, okay, I understand all about Akashic readings, but how can I ask my question to Devi PARASHAKTI? How can I get this out of this whole program? Now, first of all, on YouTube, you can go to YouTube and make sure that you are a member of Kailasa's SPH Nityananda YouTube channel. And there are, of course, various benefits of becoming a member, and it's literally a life-transforming process after you have access to more than 7,000 videos and daily live stream events and the continuous celebration from Kailasa. So make sure that you are a member of Kailasa's SPH Nityananda YouTube channel. And then after that, during the live Bhava Samadhi Darshan, when you want to ask your question to Devi PARASHAKTI, when you want to request your prayer and your boon, your sincere request to Devi PARASHAKTI, you can go to the comment section in the super chat of the YouTube live video in the live chat and ask your question. It's a very straightforward process. Just become a member and you'll be able to ask your question. In the next platform we have is Facebook. On Facebook, if you're not already, make sure that you are liking and following Kailasa's SPH JGM Nityananda Paramashivam Facebook page. It is your one-stop, your source for all of the different live events, the different announcements, the different celebrations that are continuously going on in Kailasa. So make sure that you are liking and following the Kailasa's official page of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on Facebook. And then if you'd like to ask your question through Facebook, go to the live video during the live Bhava Samadhi Darshan and ask your question in the comment section of that live video. So also another very straightforward process that you can do upon the start of the live darshan. So the next platform is Twitter. If you are a frequent user of Twitter and you want to ask your question, you want to request to Devi your prayer on Twitter, you can also go to @Sri_Nityananda, which is the official handle of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And you can ask your questions in the reply section of the tweet, the live tweet of the live feed. And you can use the hashtag #AskTheAvatar. So once again, you can follow @Srinityananda, the official handle, and ask your question as a reply tweet to the live feed of the program. So after that, we have Instagram. The first step, of course, is to follow Sri Nityananda on Instagram, the official Instagram platform or handle of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And during the live Baba Samadhi Darshan, there will be a post on Instagram where you can ask your questions in the comments, and you can also use the hashtag #AskTheAvatar in the comments as well, so that you can during the live Akashic reading. And also the last option that we have, if you are not a frequent user of the social media and you're not very privy with social media, then simply you can go to kailasa.org and ask your question through the WhatsApp widget that we have available. In the left-hand corner of the website, you will see the WhatsApp widget, and you can send your message to have the blessings of Devi PARASHAKTI on WhatsApp. So, and if you don't have WhatsApp, you can also use the live chat option on kailasa.org. So these are all the different ways that you can ask your question during the live Baba Samadhi Darshan. Make sure that you keep note and that you are doing this once there is a live Baba Samadhi Darshan. Now we'll be moving on to the next segment, the offerings that we can do to Devi PARASHAKTI after a very quick break.
Shivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham
Nityananda.
Om Nityananda.
Welcome back. We love it moving on to the next program. Yes. So we have been having the direct grace of PARASHAKTI, who has been revealing the various revelations to the world about the COVID-19 pandemic. And so let us understand, where are we today? Yes. So out of his extreme compassion and love, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is manifesting Devi PARASHAKTI herself and gracing us, answering all our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, our present, future, and delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself.
Today, let us see what Devi PARASHAKTI has revealed about immunity and COVID-19.
So we can see the worldwide statistics for the COVID-19 pandemic, the top 5 worstly affected areas where it has more than 18 million confirmed cases, with 40,000 deaths, 117 million recoveries. So you can see in the graph where there is more than 185 million cases with 4 million deaths, which is covering across United States, India, Brazil, France, and Russia. So this is the statistics of the number of deaths and number of people who are infected with COVID-19, the worstly affected status across the world.
So now let's watch Devi Parashakti's revelations about COVID and immunity.
That's the first priority. Still, you are all not realizing the power of my words when I say Corona is very much out there with the support of decision makers, rulers, people who are supposed to protect all of you. Due to their irresponsibility, it is there and getting more and more strengthened. It is becoming more and more stronger in multiple forms. And all the other diseases which are waiting to attack human bodies, because Corona has made the immunity strength weak in human bodies. Human bodies have lost the strength of immunity power. All the multi-layer after effects and side effects of this pralaya in political situations, economical situations, social situations, mental situations, in every level. Cannot be described. Wait. This year, focus on keeping yourself alive.
So let us reiterate Devi's revelations on the 18th of June, 2021. Still, you are not realizing the power of my words when I say Corona is very much out there. With the support of decision makers, rulers, people who are supposed to protect all of you, due to their irresponsibility, it is there and getting more and more strengthened. It is becoming more and more strong in multiple forms, and all other diseases which are waiting to attack the human bodies, because Corona has made the immunity strength weak in human bodies. Human bodies have lost the strength of immunity power. All the multi-layer after effects and side effects of this pralaya in political situations, economic situations, social situations, mental situations, in every level cannot be described. Wait, this year, focus on keeping yourself alive.
Yes, so these are the three main revelations by PARASHAKTI, where Corona has made the immunity strength weak in human bodies. All the other diseases which are waiting to attack the human bodies, and it is becoming more and more stronger in multiple forms.
So Devi revealed on the 18th of June, 2021, that Corona has made the immunity strength weak in human bodies. Human bodies have lost the strength of immunity power. So we will look at this revelation today and look at some of the research which has, in fact, supports what Devi has revealed and proves whatever Devi has revealed is coming true. So in Science Daily, a recent article came out where they studied the coronavirus infection and how it alters the biochemical properties of red and white blood cells. And in some cases, for months, it's the possible explanation for why people are experiencing something called long COVID, where even after recovering from the infection, they are still experiencing symptoms such as fatigue, tiredness, shortness of breath, loss of taste, and many other symptoms, even months after their initial recovery of the infection. And this article was published June 29th, 2021, just 11 days after Devi's revelations.
Yes, so you can see another revelation by Devi PARASHAKTI, which has been validated by the science daily. So COVID-19 significantly changes the size and stiffness of the red and white blood cells sometime over months. And these results may help to explain why some affected people continue to complain of symptoms long after infection. So COVID-19, it significantly changes the size and stiffness of the red and white blood cells. So, and patients, they literally struggle with long-term effects of a severe infection by the COVID-2 coronavirus after 6 months or more. So you can see how the immunity is literally devastating, in a devastating condition, and how Devi PARASHAKTI had revealed has been validated by the various news articles here.
So let's understand how corona generally affects the body. As per the Academy of Medical Sciences, the way the body defends against any virus is to recognize and neutralize it. However, as explained in Forbes, the coronavirus actually suppresses the immune system by disrupting the actions of the body's immune cells. So this immunosuppression allows a 2-week incubation period, which gives corona enough time to attack the body. So exactly as Devi has revealed, that corona directly affects the immune system. It actually suppresses your immune response. So people are, one, more susceptible to severe COVID infections and have long-term symptoms well after their recovery, and two, because the immune system is suppressed, they are more susceptible to other diseases, which Devi has also revealed.
So this graph shows a typical timeline of how COVID-19 is typically progressing. So, which is in critical 48 hours, what happens, the incubation of the infection. And the first week of onset is a high viral growth, which is the prodromal period. And next is the second week of onset, which has symptoms like dyspnea and acute ARD, which is respiratory distress and ICU admission. And the 72 hours, which has no fever, no more signs, and convalescence. So this is the timeline of COVID-19, which literally typically progresses.
So now let's look at the impact of COVID-19 in comparison to other deadly diseases throughout history, other pandemics that have been have affected humanity. So as you can see, COVID-19 has killed 4 million people nearly, and this is from 2019. This has been a pandemic since 2019. However, if you look at something like HIV/AIDS, which has killed up to 35 million people, this has been around since 1981. So much, much, much longer than COVID. But COVID is slowly, the death rates from COVID are slowly increasing, despite it only being a pandemic for the past 2 years, 1.5 years. However, HIV has been around since the 80s, so almost 40 plus years. This has been affecting humanity, and it's almost, the numbers are getting very, very close, actually, if you can see for yourself, even the plague and other diseases which are not nearly as bad as corona.
You can see the long-term effects of the COVID-19. So further studies done by the University of Oxford, they found that the cells are profoundly impaired after recovering from COVID-19. And the British Society for Immunology has also claimed that the effects of COVID are far beyond respiratory health. So it also affects the cardiovascular and renal systems. So a profound NKT cell impairment is actually seen, and these studies which have been conducted have also been proving this, that there is a very bad immunity depression in the people who are affected by the COVID.
So as per recent research, the exposure to the disease COVID-19 causes symptoms in multiple organ systems across the body and is not limited to only the lungs and respiratory system. as was originally thought. In addition, patients are reporting chronic symptoms such as fatigue, shortness of breath that last for months after their original infection. So now, as Devi revealed, the reason people are experiencing these long-term effects well after the original infection is due to the effect on the immune system and how COVID actually directly affects the immune system and suppresses the immune system. So long COVID can actually affect the lungs, cardiovascular system, circulatory system, and as revealed by Devi, the immune system. And this is termed long COVID. So people who experience symptoms well after their initial onset of an infection and recovery, when they're still experiencing symptoms, it's called long COVID. So it can cause fatigue and inflammation for people.
So here we can see an example of how the lungs can be affected in someone who has suffered with the COVID-19. So in scarred lungs on the right, there are much larger areas of darkness representing parts of the lungs that are having difficulty, which is transmuting oxygen to the bloodstream.
So even after contracting corona, your immune system remains weakened and you are more susceptible to other illnesses. This is exactly as per Devi's revelations. So symptoms that can last weeks or months after first being infected with the coronavirus is called long COVID, as we explained earlier. And this can have multi-organ effects, which can affect the heart, lungs, kidneys, skin, and brain functions. And this is something many people are experiencing, and symptoms such as tiredness, fatigue, difficulty in thinking or concentrating, headache, loss of smell or taste, dizziness, or dizziness on standing. So these are some of the symptoms affecting people up to 6 months after the initial infection and recovery period.
So Corona has made the three main revelations by PARASHAKTI. It has made the immunity strength weak in human bodies and all the other diseases which are waiting to attack human bodies. It is becoming more and more stronger in multiple forms.
So let's look at some of the other diseases that are attacking the human body because the strength of the immunity has been weakened due to corona. As many have heard, black fungus, white fungus, and other fungal diseases have been sweeping India and affecting recovered COVID patients. So many patients who have recovered from COVID, who have survived even severe infections, have been affected by black fungus, which is nearly fatal when, especially when you've had a previous COVID coronavirus infection. So as you can see, there have been over 9,000 cases of this rare infection within India itself. And out of 5,424 cases, 454,556 patients have a history of COVID-19. So nearly 90+% of the people have had COVID who are being affected by black fungus and white fungus and other fungal diseases, which is nearly fatal when you've had, I think there's more than a 50% fatality rate when you have previously had a COVID infection. Despite you having recovered from the COVID infection and no longer being infected, people are still experiencing very severe fungal diseases after recovering from COVID. So here are some photos actually of people who have been affected by this fungal disease and how it's eating the skin, eating the brains, as Devi had explained, and how it's affecting so many COVID patients.
Yes, so these are the three main revelations by PARASHAKTI, where she has again and again said Corona has made the immunity strength weak in human bodies. All the other diseases which are waiting to attack human bodies, it is becoming more and more stronger in multiple forms.
So as Devi revealed, Corona is becoming stronger in multiple forms. And as we have already seen and are continuing to see, there are several variants of coronavirus which have been discovered in India, Brazil, South Africa, and UK. And the most recent variant which has been discovered, which is the Delta variant coming out of India, sweeping the nation, and the cause for the second wave, which has devastated the country and left many, many people completely suffering from this coronavirus pandemic.
Yes. So other variants of corona have also recovered, like how you can see the alpha, beta, gamma, and delta variants of the coronavirus. So these viruses, they generally mutate, but in case of COVID, we have seen them become more dominant. So the table, it shows us the variants that have literally swept the world and infecting the people.
So the dangers of these variants was further highlighted when the World Health Organization categorized the Delta variant as the most highly transmissible variant of COVID-19. And this is the variant that has been affecting India the most and has come out of India, actually. And it's the cause, as we said earlier, for the second wave. And the World Health Organization has categorized this as the variant of concern. And it's said that this World Health Organization said that it continues to observe significantly increased transmissibility. So again, it is the reason for why so many people are again affected by this second wave.
So this small infographic shows us how the variants of this COVID have been affecting the world. And the alpha variant, beta, the gamma, and the delta variant, which is almost reported in all the countries. Like alpha is reported in 173 countries, beta wave is reported in 122 countries, the gamma in 74 countries, and the delta virus is reported in around 104 countries.
And other variants of corona have also recently been discovered. More than 4,500 sequences of the variants have been detected in about 60 countries. And so studies suggest that it is around 60% more transmissible than the alpha variant, which was more contagious than the original variant that came out of China. And secondary attack rates have been known to be between 51 to 67% higher than that of the alpha variant.
Yes, we'll now watch what has PARASHAKTI revealed on the 14th of April 2021.
ஷர்மிளா, கொரோனா ஒழிந்தது. கொரோனாவை வைத்து அரசியலும் அழிவாட்டமும் செய்ய நினைக்கும் மனிதர்களின் சதிராட்டம் முடிய இன்னும் 4 ஆண்டுகளாகும். என் பக்தர்களையும் சீடர்களையும் கைலாய வாசிகளையும் நானே காத்துக் கொள்கின்றேன், நானே காக்கின்றேன். என் பக்தர்களுக்கு ஒரு துயரும் ஒரு துக்கமும் வாராது. ஆனால் உலகின் இந்த கொரோனாவின் சதியாட்டம் முடிய 4 ஆண்டுகள் ஆகும். 2025 தான் அடங்கும். இது சதியாட்டம், மனிதர்களின் சதியாட்டம்.
So the translation of Devi PARASHAKTI's revelations is, Corona is destroyed, but it will take 4 years for the political conspiracies done by humans to end. I will protect my devotees, disciples, and Kailasavasis. No suffering will come for my devotees, but it will take 4 years for the conspiracy of Corona to end. It will come to an end only in 2025. It is a conspiracy, human conspiracy. So we will understand now how this has been coming true exactly.
Yes. So the article below, it highlights the prevalence of the COVID-19 in India. So as per Devi's revelation, we can see from the below article, there is yet more of COVID to come for India. So this article continued to say that if a new variant was discovered, it would spread faster during this third wave. So this article says a possible third wave of COVID-19 may hit its peak October to November this year.
So as per Devi's revelations, we are seeing more and more waves of COVID coming, and we don't necessarily know right now, as per modern science, does not necessarily know when this pandemic will end and when the world will stop being affected by coronavirus. But where can we protect ourselves, or how can we protect ourselves, especially those who are living in India who are experiencing some of the most severe infections and severe suffering from this corona pandemic? Does anybody have any solution, and how do we protect ourselves during this pandemic?
Yes. So Kailasa is
continue.
the only place that is safe, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the only hope to protect yourself and save yourself from all these COVID-19 viruses and the various variants of the viruses that is actually literally killing the humanity at large across the world. So you can sign up today to join us in Kailasa at kailasa.org/Kailasa-care.
And as you may have heard, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the only being who is making his home available for humanity for this multi-layered quarantine. And multi-layered quarantine is the only way to protect yourself from this pandemic, especially for those who are living in India. There is no place that is safe unless you are able to protect yourself with multi-layered quarantine. And because the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has opened up the adinams for anyone to come and stay who needs a place for multi-layered quarantine, please take this opportunity to sign up right now and protect yourself, especially if you are living in India and are suffering from this coronavirus pandemic.
So we'll now be moving on to the next segment of the program after a short break.
Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystems. I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. You will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together. We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy.
Nityanandam, welcome back to all of the viewers who are joining us. Welcome back if you are joining us this today for the Devi PARASHAKTI Akashic reading program. I hope that all of you are having a very pleasant evening, and across the world, if you are joining us from whichever time zone, all of you are having an extremely exquisite, unique day where not only are we trying to find out and navigate our lives, but also navigate and achieve the ultimate space of our consciousness. And that is ultimately what the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is guiding us to do. Manifest a powerful space with oneness with Paramashiva, and use that immense energy to navigate and to use the energy of our whole life. So welcome back to this next segment in today's program. The next segment that we are going to be starting is on the offerings that we can provide, that we can offer to Devi PARASHAKTI. Now, how is an offering? What is it actually? What is the significance of the offerings? And how can we benefit? What is the actual transformation that happens inside of us when we do these sevas? All of this is what we're going to be discussing. We're going to be presenting to each and every one of you in the next segment. And before that, I would like to invite all of the viewers who are watching to share this program with everyone whom you think will benefit and whom you think will have a transformation in their lives with this program. You can see so many different people having the transformation that they have really sought after for so many years, just through one glimpse, look, and one word of Devi PARASHAKTI. Now, beginning in April of this year, just a few months back, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism began manifesting Devi PARASHAKTI through his form, and the divine, compassionate, cosmic mother energy of Devi PARASHAKTI began manifesting with and expressing through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And this was after he conducted a 35-day intense fast that Devi PARASHAKTI herself in the scriptures and the Puranas takes up in order to heal the whole world from impending disease and pandemics. Now, in order to heal the whole world, Devi PARASHAKTI herself takes up the fast, Pachepadani Vratam, called described in the scriptures as Nityananda Nirahari, and for the whole of humanity to go beyond the suffering, the deadly disease that they were facing at that time. She took up a fast, an intense, prayerful fast, and she had blessed the whole world with her compassion. And just by her dissolving the entire karma, the entire collective negativity, the entire world was healed. In the same way, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and had manifested Devi PARASHAKTI and did this 35-day fast, after which he began manifesting the supreme energy of Devi PARASHAKTI and attending to the whole humanity as the embodiment of the Cosmic Mother. Out of our gratitude and out of our pure love and devotion for Devi PARASHAKTI, we can offer these sevas that we will be presenting to you in the next segment, in the following segment. And you can also understand how Devi PARASHAKTI will literally bless just with these sevas, and how in each one of these sevas, she is literally manifesting our reality. That is the ultimate truth, that even when we are offering what we think is I and mine, whenever we offer that to Devi PARASHAKTI, she will give whatever she has and whatever she is as I for her and mine for her. And I, of course, being the supreme sovereign ruler of the whole universe, and mine being the entire universe itself to us. She is absolutely compassionate in this way. So yes, I request to go to the next slide. We can start off with the significance of the offering. Now understand that the offerings to Devi Parashakti are entirely a part of the Leela of an incarnation as he comes down and he is blessing each and every one of us with the divine interaction to be a part, to live and to be a part of his grand Leelas. In the offerings, it is just a pure offering of love, gratitude, worship, and devotion to Devi Parashakti. And in any offering, there's also two parts. One is the offering part, and the other is the acceptance. Every offering, in order to have its full benefit, needs to be accepted by Devi Parashakti. And for many of us, Devi Parashakti has already given us the boons that we wanted, has already manifested in our lives whatever we wanted, just because of her pure grace and compassion, without us doing anything on our side. Of course, there's no need, because as the cosmic mother, she is taking care of everything. And that is the beauty of it all. She is literally taking care, literally wiping out all of the griefs, all of the suffering. She is taking care ultimately. But this is the way that you can, out of your gratitude to Devi Parashakti, offer to Devi Parashakti a beautiful way to express your gratitude and have the personal offering, the personal worship to Devi Parashakti. So each and every one of these sevas is perhaps different, beautiful sevas with different significances on how you can offer and have literally Devi Parashakti wear your offering. So these are many of these are the golden jewelries, which when you offer to Devi Parashakti, she will literally be wearing and on her very body. And these are so many beautiful offerings that you can offer as your personal expression of love and gratitude, especially if you already know Devi Parashakti has already taken care of me. She's already given me what I wanted in my life. I just want to offer something that out of my pure love and gratitude to her. And that is ultimately what the purpose of this next segment is, because Devi Parashakti has answered so many of our questions, has guided each and every one of us. And there's so many of you out there who have perhaps are not coming to this program for the first time, have already asked your question, and Devi Parashakti has answered, and she has manifested in your life in some way or form, whether it is through wealth, or it is through long-lasting, loving relationships, or through health, granting you the health that you want, the body that you want, or granting you the wealth that you want, or granting the long-lasting, beautiful relationships and family that you want, everything that you want. Devi Parashakti might have already given grace that in your life, especially after you have asked and you wanted it, especially after the last couple of months that our divine cosmic mother has been gracing through the form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and offering this Devi Bhava Samadhi Darshan for all of you. So out of your extreme gratitude, if you like, and you already know that she has already taken care of everything, this is my humble offering to Devi Parashakti. So let us offerings that we can make today. We can go on to the next slide, please.
We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become e-Kailashians. I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that. E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background.
Nityananda? Yes. So before we're going on into each and every one of the sevas today, which you can offer out of your pure gratitude, then we'd like to just share a few points on the significance behind these offerings. Now, already I've explained how these offerings you can make in your life, and you can simply, out of your pure affection, pure gratitude to Devi Parashakti for having manifested in the Hindu tradition. In all of the scriptures of